Welcome to the Ninth Circle Court of Appeals. Judge Wim Sickle presiding. This court is to demonstrate to Americans how absurd it is to have activist judges on the benches of our federal and state courts who are intent on legislating from the bench the laws and policies of the United States of America. Today, we will have a case that is a minor stretch of what is conceivable or even likely if we allow the judicial activism in our courts to continue as it has for the last 30 years or more in America.
Today's case arises from a speeding ticket issued by the Cranker County Sheriff's Department and the Deputy Public Servant to Mr. Rhode, I believe it's Rhaj, on Christmas Eve in 2007 in the village of Crankerville for driving his car at a speed of 52 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Judge?
Be seated, please. Mr. Rhaj, approach the bench. Is this the correct spelling of your name? First name, R-H-O-D-E. Is that pronounced Rhode? And the last name is spelled R-H-A-J. Is that pronounced Raj or Rage?
I used to pronounce it Raj, but you can pronounce it Rage if you want to. Actually, Raj was just the pronunciation in my original native language. In America, it is more correct to pronounce it Rage.
So I can call you Road Rage?
Yeah, that would actually be appropriate.
Mr. Rage, you have the right to have an attorney during every part of these proceedings. And if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you for free at the taxpayer's expense. Do you wish to have an attorney?
No, I don't trust attorneys and I don't want to drag this out. I just want to get out of this hellhole.
Mr. Rage, language like that will not be permitted in this court. You will respect this court and you will be held in contempt. Do you understand?
No, sir, I do not understand. Are you saying that you do not allow English to be spoken in this court? I thought English was the official language of government in America.
Well, actually, English was the official language of the federal government at one time, but in this town court, we will allow the court proceedings to be held in the language of the litigants, and will provide you with an interpreter or translator if the litigant cannot converse in the language normally used here. But, Mr. Rage, we will not allow disrespectful language and attitude to be used here. Do you understand?
Not at all, Your Holiness, or Highness, or honorship, or judgeship. You just said that this court will provide an interpreter or a translator if I cannot converse in your language. Well, I admit, and I contend, that I don't speak legalese, respectful or not respectful. So I want an interpreter. Please. It is all right if I use the word please, isn't it?
Of course you can use the word please. That is definitely the kind of language I expect used in this court. That is respectful English, or American. And that is the preferred language of this court.
Excuse me, but I haven't heard anyone in this court yet use the word please except me. When you wanted me to approach the bench, you didn't ask me respectfully, Mr. Rage, would you please approach the bench? You ordered me by saying, Mr. Rage, approach the bench. If you expect me to use this so-called respectful language, then why are you not using it? By golly, if you aren't going to be using it, and you want me to use it, you better get me an interpreter, because that's the last time you're going to hear it from me, unless it's out of my interpreter's mouth.
That's enough out of you. I will hold you in contempt if I hear any more talk like that. Do you understand?
I already told you I don't understand. You better get me an interpreter. Or maybe you don't understand that suggestion-type speech. Maybe I better rephrase that. Your Holiness, I demand an interpreter. You understand that language?
I understand that you're a hair's breadth away from being held in contempt. Do you understand?
Hell no. I already told you I don't understand. And I demand an interpreter. I have always wondered what that thickens that phrase means anyway. What does that mean? I'll hold you in contempt. Is that the name of your torture chamber or something?
That's enough. You know damn well what I mean. Let's get on with this case.
Excuse me, but I most certainly don't know what that means. I told you, I don't speak and I don't understand legalese. And that sounds pretty darn legalese to me. Now I'm telling you for the third time, actually the fourth time, if you count my initial respectful request, I demand an interpreter. And I demand that someone tells me what that threat means. I'll hold you in contempt.
It means if you don't shut up, I'm going to throw you in the slammer, and you're not going to get out of here until you're ready to behave yourself in this courtroom. But that won't be for at least a month before we can reschedule to hear this case again. So you better watch out. Do you understand?
I think what you're telling me is you want to be my interpreter. Is that what you're saying?
I have just about had it with you, Mr. Rage.
Good. Then dismiss this stupid case and send me home.
Bailiff, I want to appoint you Mr. Rhode Rage's interpreter. And I instruct you, if he steps out of line again, you take him to lockup.